Hi friend, I'm Olivia Smith. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel, where I share the latest global news every day. You can also read more news on TimeGlitter.com. You can find all the links in the video description below. In case the link isn't working, simply copy and paste the link into your web browser, hit enter, and you're good to go. Now let's jump into today's news. After facing many challenges and lots of waiting, the Senate seems to be making progress this week in approving important money for countries at war: Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. Some Republicans who didn't like the plan tried to stop it by talking for a long time, but they couldn't. The Senate voted 66-33, which is more than enough, to get past the last thing holding up the process. They'll talk about it for 30 more hours before they finally vote on it, maybe on Wednesday. Senators spent the weekend working on the emergency spending plan, which is about $95 billion. They had to go through a lot of steps, but they're getting close to finishing. They talked about it a lot on Monday night, and some Republicans, like Rand Paul, spoke for a long time to try to stop it. On Monday, Chuck Schumer, the leader of the Democrats in the Senate from New York, said the votes over the weekend showed that there's strong support for moving forward with the foreign aid package. Schumer said, "This package is crucial for our security, our values, and our democracy. It's like putting money down to protect Western democracy and American values." He added, "The whole world is watching what the Senate does in the next few days. Putin would love to see Congress stop supporting Ukraine. It would help him in the war." If the Senate passes the bill as expected, it will go to the House of Representatives, where the next steps are uncertain. Although most Democrats and Republicans agree on sending help to Ukraine, there are more and more Republicans who are unsure about it, echoing Trump's disapproval of the U.S.-backed war effort. The House Republicans made it clear from the beginning that any national security bill must focus on securing our own borders, said Mike Johnson, the Republican leader in the House. He criticized the package for not addressing border security, saying it's the most important issue for the country. This shows strong opposition to helping Ukraine from conservatives who have been asking for changes to border policies to be included. Last week, they rejected a bipartisan proposal aimed at reducing illegal crossings at the U.S.-Mexico border. Since the Senate hasn't made any changes to border policies, the House will have to make its own decisions on these important issues. Johnson said, "America deserves better than what the Senate is offering." The plan includes $60 billion to help Ukraine, where soldiers don't have enough bullets to fight off Russian troops who invaded nearly 2 years ago. Most of this money would help Ukraine's military and replace weapons and equipment that the U.S. sent there. Another $14 billion would help Israel and US military activities in that area. Over $8 billion would support us allies in the Indo-Pacific region, like Taiwan, to prevent China from being aggressive. Almost $10 billion would go towards humanitarian efforts in Ukraine, Israel, and Gaza. In Gaza, a lot of people don't have enough food, and the area has been badly damaged by fighting. The foreign aid package doesn't include a bipartisan agreement on tightening border security, which Republicans wanted in exchange for supporting the aid plan. However, Republicans gave up on the deal after Trump strongly opposed the border security measure, ending months of tense discussions. While some Republicans argued that the proposed immigration changes were the most conservative in years, Trump supporters in Congress said they weren't enough, especially with high numbers of people crossing the U.S.-Mexico border. Some even said that working together with Democrats on this issue could benefit Joe Biden in the upcoming. Many Americans are worried about border security, and most of them don't think the president is handling it well. When the Senate couldn't agree on the border security part, Schumer removed it and focused on the foreign aid package. On Monday, some Republican senators complained about the lack of border security policies, even though they had rejected the bipartisan immigration deal just last week. Rand Paul started a filibuster saying, "They're sending money to Kyiv while ignoring our border issues." He continued, "They didn't have time or money to deal with our border problems." Don't forget to hit the like button, drop a comment, share with others, and subscribe to the YouTube channel